Hey, everybody, listen, welcome into the building. Don't forget, thank you, Radiance. Hit that like button, okay? The like button is your ticket on this train. We're about to pull the Diva train out, okay? So listen, everybody, that's right, Kat. Good evening. And what do we say over here? Choo choo! In all aboard. I'm about to board our train riders today. What are we talking about? We doing our recap of SWV and Escape. Let me tell you something. This show, they are giving us a show. That's right. Choo choo. Okay. They're giving us a show, these ladies. I'm here for every single second of it. I'm loving it. And listen, y'all know how I feel, right? Y'all know how I feel. I love candy. And listen, before we get into this, I dropped a little video on it, but you know, it's kind of sad news, right? Eva Marcel, formerly from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, only after 5 years, her and her hubby, Michael Sterling, are getting a divorce, okay? Now listen, he done adopted her first daughter, so good luck with everything, Michael, because now you're going to have to pay child support, not for one, not for two, but all three of the kids. And Michael, the rumor is you was out in the streets cheating. Say it ain't so, people. But you know what? If it's so, Michael, I hope you pay big time, because that's just wrong, okay? Why get married? I don't understand, people. Why get married? If you for the streets and you about the streets and you really want to stay in the streets, why get married? That's all I'm saying. Now, I also said, does Atlanta have a curse? Okay, we got many divorces over there at Roa. Many divorces, okay? We got Drew Sidora and her husband, okay, before Eva and her husband. Then we have Cynthia and Mike Hill. Cynthia was divorced twice. Mike and Peter. You know, Nene got divorced and remarried. And because of that darn strippergate, our beloved Tanya, her man that she cohabitated with for 100 years, he left her at the strippergate. You know what? That's a good one. The peach curse. Okay, it's a curse on the peach. All right, guys, but you know what? Tonight is about SWV and Escape, the queens of R&B. Let me bring our train riders into the building because they're waiting for me to open the doors. I got to open the doors, okay? Open the doors. And the first person I'm going to bring up is our monthly ticket holder. Hey, Robin.
Hey, chugga, chugga, choo, choo. Diva,
yes.
Never fear. It is not a Atlanta housewives curse.
Okay.
It's a housewives curse. Ooh. There's Ramona and her husband. There is the Countess and her husband. There is Alexia down in Miami. There's Vicky Gumberson out there on the west side. It's the Christian Barbie from the California. It's a whole lot of them.
So it's not just Housewives curse. It's the Housewives curse. So this is nasty. Okay, this is very nasty. Sebastian, welcome on the train. Radiance, welcome on the train. The Dawn, welcome on the train. Julius, welcome on the train.
Hey,
Denzel.
How you doing?
All is well. All is well.
Good.
You gotta ask Eva Marcel, how is she doing? Okay.
That's the question.
That's the question. Okay. Hey, Smoke. Welcome on the train.
Hey, everyone.
How you doing, Smoke?
Good to see Smoke today.
I got you, the Don. We got this. We gonna hold the fort down.
Glad Smoke is here
too.
You
have something playing in the background?
What do we see?
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Smoke got Coco. Is that Coco?
Coco.
That is Miss Coco Gamble.
Look at my picture.
Papow.
And your picture is Latasha
with the goat.
With the goat.
Oh, the shade of it all.
Okay.
You should have put Candy there because she sings that one.
I'm sorry. Just like that. The train is packed. Okay.
Well, it ain't just packed. It's already shaking.
If you late, I'm sorry because I see other people trying to get in, but you late. The train is packed. Okay, we can't let nobody else in the building right now. So that's right, April. Choo choo. Okay, we're about to pull this train out the station. All right, and here we go because this is SWV and Escape, and these people are giving us what a show. So we got Coco and Taj when we opened up this scene, and I thought it was interesting because they meet at the gym, they're getting their little workout on. But Taj said, "Listen, back in the day, Coco was a mean girl, okay?
Ooh.
And if Coco told people not to talk to me, then nobody would talk to me, and it was
Dang.
bad. I had to be off on my own by myself because no one would talk to me." Yes, we got Full House. Hey, Roy, yeah. Yes. So she was like, and I found that interesting. I said, ooh, not Coco being mean. Okay, so Coco was, a little mean back in the day. Then they also talked about how they did not like what went down at the meeting and the greeting with the SWV and Escape. Okay, they said, you know what? They was, they said we went on tour with many girl groups. And they was listening to them. They was like, boom, boom, boom. They was like, In Vogue, TLC, this one, that one, that one. And they threw a little shade. She threw a little shade. She said, and all of those ladies sold more records than both of us groups put together. And those ladies over there trying to treat us all crazy, they was like, they thought that was messy. Okay, so they talked about that. Then we get to Lily in this exotic book. You know what? Here's the thing. I don't mind people having multiple streams of income, right? That's the name of the game, right? You gotta have multiple streams of income. But how you gonna write an exotica book and you ain't even really into it like that? I question that, but you know what? That's me. But her manager was like, listening and whatever. And I don't even really like the name of her book, and we ain't gonna name it on here. I don't even like the name of her book. But my thing is, if you're gonna write a book like that, then you better know a little something about a little something in order to write a little something. So when the people read it, they like, oh my, and they feel like they did. But that's what she was doing. And then her and the manager kind of talked about the concert and how the whole thing of those two groups coming together would be just a great night, right? And then Tamika and Taj, they meet for lunch. I had that scene in before I go around and we talk a little bit. Those two meet for lunch. It looked like a nice little restaurant. I like that spot. I like the decor of that spot. Those two meet up for lunch. And now Tamika, she knows she's gonna piss her sister off, even though her sister ain't never around for anything when it comes to Escape. So she's taking over the creative role. Okay, Tamika came with her binder. Okay, the binders are the things now. Okay, that's what you got. You get to get on a reality show. You better get yourself a binder. So she got her little binder. Okay, got herself a binder, and she's sketching out all the ideas. Now this girl got some grand ideas. Some grand ideas that they don't quite have the budget for, but hey, she got her ideas. Okay, she wants to know what costume that she bringing horses in and rain, so somebody could slip and fall and bust their face on the stage. I mean, come on, Tamika. But you know what? I love her. I love her for trying to do the thing or whatever the case may be, right? And so let me just add one more scene before we go on. So the ladies meet. And Tamika is giving her plan, right? This is all of them there. Is Tamika's, Coco, is Tasha, is Candy, is Tiny. They're meeting up once again to see if they can do this thing, right? They're meeting up. And see, I believe Candy. I know a lot of y'all hate Candy. Y'all be hating on Candy, but I believe Candy when she said this. I believe when Escape was together in their own little corner, they all said, nah, we should be number one. We should get paid the most money. Then when they get in front of the girls, they punk out. I hate when people do that. It was like, wait a minute. When you was texting me the other day, we was all in agreement.
Keep the same energy.
Come on, Shan. Thank you. Keep the same energy. We was all in agreement that we was going to be number one. Now, Tasha, who doesn't show up when she wants to, not sure she want to be with the group, not with the group. When they ask about it, because Coco now she puffing her chest. Now she going to ask, no, I don't want to hear about none of your plans, Tasha. Tamika, I want to hear about all that. I want to know what's going on with the money. What's going on with the money? How we going to do this? And so Tasha, leans back talking about, I just think we just gonna go ahead and line this thing. That's it. That's what we're gonna do. And I'm looking at her like, girl, I'm giving her the same side out as Candy. And when Candy said that we all agreed behind the scenes that we was going to be number one, we was going to get the bigger check, they all was good. Don't do that, Cat. I'm not messing with Candy Suge Knight. Okay, we all agree, and now she want to sit here and act like I'm the one that's being difficult. Messy boots. So I'm gonna stop there. That's a good amount of scenes, and then we'll carry on with the other scenes later. So I'm gonna start up the top this time. Robin, what did you think about any one of those scenes I just talked about?
I love that Tamika was coming into her own. I liked her Bravo binder. I like the fact that, y'all can clown her if you want to for throwing out all those ideas. That's for the creative director to take notes and pare it down and make it workable and usable. That's where I'm going to start.
Okay. I do. What you are right with that. But what do you think about Coco? Coco was Coco a bully?
Yeah.
Coco was.
She was the boss. She was the boss of them back then.
Yeah, telling people don't talk to somebody. That's messy boots.
Well, that's that gang mentality. She was the gang leader. It's all right. She changed. She better. We live, we learn, and we grow. And so we're gonna give her what y'all call grace for her growth.
Okay, we're gonna give her grace for her growth. Okay, Sebastian, what are your thoughts? Claire, you don't like Tiny? But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh. My thoughts are this. I did love seeing Tamika have a mind of her own, showing that she does not need her sister to be her backbone, does not need her sister to always be the one who leads her decisions within the group. I'm glad that she did what she did. Lily, I don't want to see you write this Exotica book or whatever it is, because clearly if you were that so good in said acts, you would not be single by yourself.
Now, that ain't necessarily true, Sebastian, but go ahead. Go ahead now.
I'm just saying. It's just the truth, in my opinion. Second, Latasha, I can't stand you on the screen. If you know you're not with the group, just get off. Get off. Leave. Instead of Escape being a quartet, it could just be a trio. It's not like they're that good anyway, but it could just be a trio. And I do think Taj is right. Coco could be very mean, and I see that, and she seems like the type of the person who'd be a mean girl.
A fake booty and pencil dies. Now y'all gonna get up off of Tiny. I like Tiny.
But I still like SWV though. I still like them more than Escape.
We'll talk about it. Don, what did you think about those first few scenes?
Y'all better be lucky Coco ain't the Coco from 10 years ago.
Right?
Because she would have dragged Candy, Tamika, Tiny, and Tasha across the floor with her tongue, not physically, but with her tongue. Coco has changed a lot, and for the better. Because this would be the Coco show. She's trying to, bring herself back and let Candy say what she got to say. And speaking of Candy, this first scene, I would just like to say this, and some of y'all may have heard me say it. If Candy wants this high dollar amount that she demands, how come she can't demand high ratings on Real Housewives of Atlanta?
See, you don't do
Damn.
it.
Come on now.
Stop.
Why are the ratings? You want an apple for that orange?
Why are the ratings on Real Housewives suffering? And Candy is the Dondada of Real Housewives. She's the highest paid. So if you're getting all this money, how come you can't keep ratings with all your Instagram followers?
Dang.
It's a collective effort. It's a collective effort.
She's getting paid the most. She's getting paid the most out of everybody, which is what she wants now.
She's the best negotiator.
Most out of everybody, but she can't keep ratings.
Ooh.
Like Radiant said,
pow pow.
No, pow pow. No, pow pow. Like Radiant said, it's a collective effort.
It's a collective effort.
We can't put everything on Candy's back like they try
True.
to do the group.
True.
See, they always want to put stuff on her back. Her back is high.
She's a great businesswoman. She negotiated herself to the top salary of Roa, and what are we getting for it? Nothing. But moving
it's
on
not,
to
it's
the
not
next
about what
thing.
you're getting. It's
To the
about what
next
she's
thing,
getting. That's what you're missing is what she's getting versus what you're getting. She's
right.
getting
We're
paid.
getting nothing.
How much are you getting paid to be on the Real Housewives?
We're getting
Ooh, Miss
we're
Robin.
getting nothing.
Let it be known.
The candy hate is real. But go ahead, Don. Finish your
No,
thought.
but I like Candy, but they need to be aware of what they say out their mouths. Some things are just stupid, and Tamika had every right to bring in that what's his name, Steve or whatever his name was, the trying to be the creative director of this thing.
Yes.
She actually took what Tasha was doing.
Uh-huh.
Tasha used to do that job with all of XSCAPE's tours, and that's why Tasha is upset because Tamika is taking on that role, and she feels like she still needs to have that role. But chick, you're not even showing up for rehearsal.
That part.
So how can you take on the role of designing the shows and all of this and the set list? You can't do that if you're not even showing up for rehearsals.
That part.
And I'm all for Lily, trying to get an extra bag. We know she had a situation previously. She's on this show. She's taking full advantage of it.
Yes.
So, get your book. Bring your book out. It's going to sell more copies than Tasha's CD.
Oh my God. Well, on that note, I guess so. Okay, but let me ask you this, Dawn. What do you think? Was Candy not telling the truth when the rest of the ladies were sitting there? They said behind the scenes they wanted to be top billing, and then they get in the group space, and Tasha runs her mouth and tells a lie and said, "Oh no, we just should be equal."
I absolutely believe Candy when she said that her group, wanted top billing. They said it in their solo professionals. However, when they sat in the face of those legends, they couldn't verbalize that.
See, you know what, Don? I ain't fooling with you.
It's okay, Don. I still love you. You're right. You're 100% correct.
When they sat in the face of legends, they crumbled. Get out of here. I'm not fooling with you. Smoke, you're up. What are your thoughts?
I think I'm gonna echo a lot of the Don, and I'm gonna keep reiterating this point. If you have millions of social media followers and it's not translating to your music catalog, I'm sorry, you do not deserve top billing on NT tour whatsoever. And they're actually, honestly, they're very lucky that SWV is like, let's co-headline it, because if they wanted to, they'll be like, this is not a reality TV tour, this is a music tour, and our music outranks yours on all streaming platforms, period. And we're talking about Escape as a group. We're not talking about what songs Candy wrote for Ed Sheeran or this person or that person. We're talking about them as a collective. So let's stick with that definition on where we're measuring things. In regards to what Taj was saying about Coco, yeah, I believe it because I watched the show on WeTV, and yes, I mean, yeah, Coco was a lot, and she has changed a lot, because at that initial meeting when they said what they said, she literally could have tore Candy, Tamika, Tiny, and Tasha out the frame with her mouth. But she's like, you know what? I'm going to do better. I'm just going to walk out the room, say what I need to say, and keep it pushing, keep it moving. Now, Tasha just drives me crazy. It's almost like you say you want this big solo career, but you're not willing to let go of your past and step into your present and your future. So which is it? Either you're going to be doing Shoe Dop Dwop, doing 2 steps with Escape, or you're going to be doing the Ray of Light, Yolanda Adams singing gospel. Make a decision what you want to do. So I'm just over it.
Lawson Blair made a good point. What artists today followers match their record sales, though? Which one? Thank you for that.
None of them.
Nicki Minaj,
none of them.
Beyonce.
But however, that was the point that Candy made. She said, "I look at my Instagram." Tiny
Right.
said as well. They said that.
And let me just be very clear to answer that question. What artists today followers match their record sales, though? Beyonce, I mean, I would say her Instagram following or social media following matches her Spotify catalog.
That is
So
true.
Yeah, it does.
I'm not a beehive, but
That's
what I was
true.
just
That's
saying.
true.
That's true. No. Did she
And
just lose
Nicki.
Ivy Park?
What?
It
We're not talking about it. We stick to the
Well,
music.
no,
We stick to the music.
we're
We
saying
stick
that
to the
their music
music.
catalog transition to sales, to whatever else they're selling, and that's not selling because they're different audiences.
Because
I'm
nobody
talking.
want the
I'm talking.
Ivy
I'm
Park
talking
stuff.
about the. I'm
But
talking about her music. I didn't bring up no Ivy Park anything. Let's stay on the track, people.
You got to throw that in here because the Beehive did not buy our Ivy Park. They did.
Ivy Park sold out every
That's
time
true.
it dropped.
because who was wearing that? But we talking about her music though.
Right. Let's stick with the music.
But you
Right.
know what? Listen. It's the preview for next week. But like Tiny said, but we get the people in the seats. We get booties in the seats, okay? So our name, SWScape, is going to sell the tickets, okay? Not SWV. But we got to move on.
Wait, can I refute that real quick? Because in that same preview, her own family said SWV has more hits than you. How your own family clowning your music over someone else?
No,
Let's get
that was her daughter, and that's why she
even worse.
She that's why she told her daughter, yeah, but we get the butts in the seats. Period.
With 6 to 7 acts associated with you on the tour. So let's tell that truth. Let's tell the full truth and not pick and choose what we want to see and say.
Thank you.
Diva, can I just add one thing about the whole pricing and top billing? That's what we get. Yeah. I'm sorry. One of the things that I think that we're not being considerate of are two things that would typically be exclusive of each other, but are experiencing a mashup that is unknowable to us. So first, there's the art of negotiation. And I'm going to say this. Candy was able to convince lots of different people, from Bravo to some tour managers, of the worth and value to get the price that she wants. She negotiated for that. Amen. No matter what we think of that.
Yes.
But we're also, when we talk about modernization, and we are in the digital world now, and a lot of people equate your social media following, I think not particularly correctly. They take a mashup of, oh, you have all these followers in social media, and we think that's going to translate into this many dollars. And I'm sure that there is some algorithm, some kind of formula that exists in the world that I don't know of. But I think that that's part of what we're arguing against each other on those merits. And I think that they're standalone and mutually exclusive, but we somehow found a way to mash them up, and it doesn't add up.
You know what, though? I wish they could do a one night only, right? A one night only and have two venues side by side at the same time, 8 p.m. show. One place it is SWV and the other place is Escape. Let's see.
I agree, Diva, but the thing is, we've seen SWV sold arenas out by themselves.
That's very correct.
These were small holes in the wall that they sold out. Correction. Go ahead, though.
That part. Thank you, Radio.
Oh,
Denzel, you're up. What are your thoughts?
Oh my God. That scene with Tamika and Taj, that was a cute scene.
Yes, it was.
And that the food kind of looked good too. Yeah, I like Tamika's create I can't even pronounce the word.
Creativity.
Lord. Yes, thank you. I like how she was doing that minus the horses. I think that's a bit much. But yeah, she's very smart. What's the another scene? Oh yeah, that
Lily in her book, Lily in her erotic book, erotica.
Yeah, I saw that scene. That scene was something else. I mean,
and
people.
I'm not trying to shade her. Hold on one second, Denzel. I'm not trying to. Did she give that man water from the sink?
No,
I think she rinsed it.
She rinsed.
I think she rinsed out the cup.
Not even a bottle of water. The man was looking like, I don't want this.
Low budget.
I'm like, where did she get the water? What's going on here with the red cup and the water, no bottles? But anyway, go ahead, Denzel.
At least she's being herself though, because you know what? Because if I was on TV, I would go get me some bottled water. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey.
Yes, go ahead, Denzel. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. And I think is her book coming out anytime soon?
Listen, I love reading books. I'm good though, because to me, if you're gonna write, well, maybe I'll support. I don't know. Right. What's coming out? Go follow her on Instagram. Give her a follower, okay? And then you let us know when the book is out, and then we all could go buy. Hold on, Tawana said, but Diva, the show would need to be in a neutral place and not Atlanta and not New York, so we can see the real deal. That's what I'm talking. Oh, but then you said hashtag.
Ooh.
Girl, I was
yes, yes.
You know what though? You are correct. It would need to be a neutral place. I do agree with you on that.
Let's do it in South Africa.
Yeah,
well, Escape has never been to South Africa. Escape has never been to South Africa.
But the hashtag yes, what happened to the bottled water? Okay, so hold on. Okay, Julius, you're in the building. What are your thoughts?
Ooh, I just have to say, given one of my favorite movies from the soundtrack, one of my favorite right here, you know, I think both groups are talented.
Yes.
In my opinion, it's gonna be neutral right now.
No, I agree. Go ahead, keep going.
Both groups are super talented.
Yes.
Talented on all fronts.
Yes. Come on, you talking.
And things like that. And I also called on Friday. Yeah, Friday. The Scott sisters' dad's interview. So that leaded me into, I was waiting for you to do your own little discussion post so we could talk about that. But it's like, you know, some folks, they get stubborn and pig-headed. Yes. And, you know, the one thing I can say, I can kind of say that one of the ladies from SWV, she is just like my favorite because she has no filter. And I believe it's Coco.
Who, Coco?
Coco.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me tell you this about Coco. Now I do like her. I
love her.
I like the lady.
She is hilarious.
Right? But what I really like about Coco in real life, you know, she's taking care of her cousin's kids.
Yeah.
And she
pulled my heart.
Yeah, she pulled my heart.
She does.
That. But in addition to that, you know what? I love the relationship between her son, and the mom. It speaks a lot to her true character, right? I love the family dynamics. So, but what's love got to do with it? Okay, still Team Escape, but I do like them. I love them down there, but I'm still Team Escape. But hold on 1 second. Now, somebody said, Clear Skies. What is that? Clear Sky Night. Check out Tyrese's R&B Money podcast. He really breaks down what is involved in being a headliner. Yeah, maybe we need more details on that, and we understand Candy's side a little bit more, because y'all love to hate on Candy. Okay, Coco has grown. Yes, she had. Coco's interview with Carlos King is great. Okay, I have to go check that out. All right, Radiance, talk to the people about Escape, because they're confused.
Yes, let's wake the people up, Diva, on the train.
Come on, wake them up on the train. Hey, let me sit up. Come on, wake them up on the train. Okay.
All right, let's go.
Okay. I am Team Escape. I am Team Top Billing. And yes, I guess I am Team Every Man Wants a Woman. I am Team that as well. I accept them for all that they are. Okay. Now, as far as Lily book, I support her, but maybe she does need to get a little bit more, experience before writing the book, or maybe she's writing it from somebody else's perspective. Maybe it's an indirect experience instead of direct experience. Maybe she's writing from her imagination. Now, maybe if it's a fantasy book, I could probably get into it, but we shall see. We're going to support her.
Okay, the book. Okay, tell me when the book comes out.
Okay, we'll find out. Yes. I did like seeing Tamika as a creator. Now, my girl had over the top ideas, but I was here for it. It's over budget, overpriced, but I like that is the part of the creative process. You do have to write everything you think out, whether you think it's going to work or not, whether it sounds crazy or not, because sometimes, and Candy probably noticed as a writer, sometimes you think it's not going to work, and then you find success in it later. And Coco, I see what Taj is saying. I think Coco was a very mean girl. I guess Taj has forgiven her and healed. As long as she don't treat my girl Taj like this and they're adult age, I'm fine with it. But I do think Coco had a problem with I guess she get 50% of whatever they make, and then Taj and Lily splits 25%.
She already said that was a lie.
Yeah, she said on that interview that it's not true. I feel like it's true. I feel like she's lying, trying to cover it up. But anyway, we'll support her in her endeavor. I feel like Candy is telling the truth. And all the members of Escape said one thing and it kind of hid their hand at the meeting. They kind of want Candy to head hunter with, because I guess she's been doing it for so long, and maybe they don't want the world to get mad at them, like, oh, she didn't want to do it. They didn't want to co-headline. And we so used to Candy being the bad guy from Roa and everywhere else. And with Tamar, we just like, well, let's just throw Candy up under the bus again. And then when Latasha said in a meeting, let's just headline. She want to take the crown and act like, yeah, I'm getting a group together. I gave it my word. Girl, bye. You've been not participating in anything. We ain't seen your face. You haven't been supporting us. And I just feel like when they got together to do the song list, Candy and Coco, she brought her son. It was nice seeing his energy. And she was a ghost. What Nene Leakes say, Casper the ghost. I mean, she was a blank page. There was no reason for Latasha to be in that room because she gave us nothing. I'm still Team Escape though.
That part, 12 star, that's right. Come on now. Candy is the GOAT. But, we'll get back to that. Shan, what are your thoughts on those scenes we talked about so far?
I like Lily, but why are you writing a book, Sister Hot P? Like, I could see you coming out with a set from Rainbow, Fashion Nova. If y'all know what Rainbow is, y'all know. But I could see her doing a little two-piece because she's always in a colorful two-piece set. Or a hat or a colorful wig, something that more fits her aesthetic. And you already said you're not even that freaky, so I don't get it. But SEX sells or whatever.
Right. But somebody said in the chat, this is her second book. Tell us what the name of the first book is.
Oh, so she's an author. Okay.
Well, here's the thing. She has a story to tell because she said when she was homeless, she used to sleep with the strippers and go home with them.
Yeah, her first book is called I Regret the Day.
So she has a story, yeah.
Her first
book now makes sense.
Her first book is called I Regret the Day That I Lost My Virginity. Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah. Does it have reviews?
Is it a good book?
I never read it and I plan on reading it.
Oh.
We can do it on Diva's little book club.
Listen, I don't bought some other mess, so I guess I got one too. I don't spend my money on worse. But I mean, I'll look into it.
Okay, now it makes sense if that's
Is it on sale? Is it on sale?
No, it's not on sale. It's $20 on Amazon.
$20? $20?
It better have good reviews and not even a paperback. It better be a hardcover.
Oh, it's paperback.
Oh no!
You said she has a 4.5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
Oh,
okay.
Good for you, sis.
Okay.
I'm proud of Tamika.
It's a book. It's a good book then.
Yeah. Well. So the three people that read it.
Go
ahead, Shan.
The shade, Diva.
The shade. I'm proud of Tamika for taking control of the creative part of the show, but Tasha was sitting there screwing up her face and all that. This would have been a beautiful moment for them to come together because apparently Tasha used to do the creative part of it. So I feel like she should have been like, okay, Tamika, this is something we could work on. Then they could start getting along again because they're both passionate about creating. I feel like that was a perfect opportunity that they missed because Tasha cannot be collaborative like Candy was saying. What other scene we talking about? So much happened.
So much happened, but we only got up to, Coco being mean to Taj back in the day, Lily and her exotic book, Tamika and Taj, going to lunch together so she can do her little creativity talk.
That was cute. I like them together.
That was cute. I do. You know what though? Let me tell you this. Honestly, every scene that the the SWV ladies are in single pockets are very heartfelt scenes.
It really is.
I will give this to those ladies. They definitely have matured in a very good way.
Yes.
Because like I said, all of their scenes seems very genuine, and I do like them. I love all of their single scenes because it's never about them trying to get out the mess. Usually the other person might be telling them some mess that's going on, but they're never like coming in just to try to drag out the mess. So don't get me wrong. I like SWV. I just happen to like Escape.
Liar.
Do you talk about the candy part
War,
when
huh?
she met up with Don Juan? Are you talking about that or no?
I didn't get to that yet.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
get to that yet.
That's all I have for now.
Yeah. Okay, Emmanuel, anything you want to throw in about those scenes before I add the rest? Yeah, Taj
Yeah,
is a sweetheart. Yes, go ahead.
yeah. I love the SWV members because they're like every scene, like you said, Diva. It's fun because they're fun people. They're like, unlike the other group who's so problematic, you know.
Right.
Lily, yeah.
Yeah.
Lily, I love Lily, but I'm not gonna be buying that book. That was so cringy when she was
Oh,
reading it.
Yeah.
Um,
Thank
I
you.
it
also
was.
I also wanna thank Latasha for solving the problem
Oh,
and saying, you know what, cut the BS. We're both headlining. Thank you, Tasha. And
She
I
only
also
did that because she didn't want Candy to be able to do it.
well,
Right.
whatever
She
the
did
reason
nothing.
is, whatever the reason is, she did it, and it really made SWV happy. So thank you for doing that, Latasha. I also want y'all to see Candy's true colors, the way she was laughing. Who laughs seeing someone else being like struggling? Like Latasha was having a hard time seeing her lovely sister um taking over, not including her, and Candy's gonna laugh about it in the confessionals. That tells me everything I need to know about Candy.
Can I
It
speak
was
about
funny.
that,
Emmanuel,
Diva? Wait a
how
minute,
much is
Diva. Can I
Latasha
say
paying you?
something?
You can say, hold on one second. You can say something. I'm trying to recover over here.
How much is
Okay.
Latasha paying you, Emmanuel?
Listen, after look,
Thank you, Nubia Mahogany. She said, "Are we watching the same show?" I'm trying to.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Wait a minute. We thanking Tasha now? Or we?
This is what
Emmanuel,
I want. This is what I want to say,
Yeah.
Diva. Uh, Tasha, she didn't really do anything. She was just starting stuff. Yes, she said they could code headline, but Tasha ain't really there, so I'm confused.
You could. I'm confused as to why we're saying thank you to Denzel. So I get you.
Yeah, I'm confused on that part.
Jing.
But okay.
But we love you, Emmanuel.
Yeah,
Okay.
we do.
Yeah, yeah. Tasha is mad because Candy and her sister are cool. Come
She
on
be all right. She be all right.
no.
Okay. And anybody else before I carry on? Let's go to
Yes,
Candy.
Diva.
Yeah, Candy, Coco. Wait, Radiance, did you want to say something?
Yeah, real quick.
Go ahead first.
I understand why she was laughing because she was just looking at Latasha's face and the way she was like looking at her sister because her sister stepped into her own and she had
Yeah,
that jealousy spirit on her. So it
that
just kind of
part.
tickled. It kind of tickled Candace. So I do understand why she was laughing because her sister was highly uncomfortable. It probably was edited. Maybe several people said let's go headline. Maybe they edited trying to give Latasha credit, but we won't know.
But we won't know. And you know what, Radiance, thank you. She had that jealousy spirit all over her the whole time. She was mad that her sister was able that she, you know what, she was mad that they're able to carry on without her. That's what she was mad about too. But we're going to carry on. So, Candy, Coco, and Coco's son Jay, they come to the studio, and here comes Latasha. You know what? She comes with an attitude. She carries the attitude on her back, in her pocketbook, her shoes, her pants, everywhere. She just got attitude. Soon she walk in the studio, she like, where my seat? Where my seat? Where my seat? Okay. And then she sits
Hmm.
there. She don't want to talk or agree about nothing. You know what I don't like? When you have people making plans, you don't want to come be part of the plan making, but then you want to hate on the plans that are made. Shame on you, Tasha. Shame on you. It was messed up. You said, is the panel closed? The train is packed, Nikki. It's packed. Okay. The train is packed right now. So, I don't like it. Okay. And so there's no agreement on the song listing, because Tasha want to sit there and just be miserable. Okay. So they go to the rehearsal, right? And and the budget can't handle all of Tamika's ideas. But you know what? Like y'all all say, I'm gonna give it to her, right? Because she tried it. And you know what? And wait, here's the thing. When they kept tallying up on the side, which was all shady, right? How much all of this stuff that Tamika wanted was going to cause. That's when the guy was like, okay, hold on. The best we got for y'all is this screen that's going to show a horse and some water or something like that. Okay? That's what we got for you, girlfriend. Okay. So Candy talks to Don Juan. That's her ace in the hole. That's her road dog. So he's sitting there. And he brought a mess too, Don Juan, right? So Candy's telling him all the problems they have with Tasha, saying Tasha got her, her what do you call it? Her gospel deal. So she's showing her behind again. But Candy said the last time when they was a group, early on in the early days, and Tasha got her solo deal, she was showing her behind. So much so that she told her sister and Tiny, y'all go keep having babies. And she told Candy, go do whatever it is that you want to do. Okay, go do your thing. And she told Tiny and Tamika, y'all keep having babies. So Tasha, every time she thinks she's going to blow up, she get to smelling her behind and acting a fool. You said Don Juan is the brains.
Thank you, Fifi.
Don't do that, Fifi. Huh? Don't do that, Fifi. Okay. So then they go shopping. Jay, Taj, and Coco go shopping. Okay. And they want to keep talking to this Jay about going to dental school. I want to scream at the TV like, he doesn't want to go. Save your money, Coco. He said it already. Nobody's going to convince this kid to go to dental school. Now, I will say this. Now, this part I do agree on, right? I don't really like to say backup plan, but I'm going to say backup plan. Just like you could say multiple streams of income is no different than saying backup plan, right? So I get it because they were saying how once the group broke up, when Coco wanted to go solo before, girlfriend said she had to go work in a store, okay? And she didn't finish college, so she didn't have any backup to go to. So the music industry and the entertainment industry is very fickle, and you got to be careful, okay? Now, this is the scene I love. I promise you I love this scene. When Escape was in the studio practicing, and y'all likes to play Candy out, and y'all like to play out her singing abilities, but I need y'all to give it up. I need y'all to give it up in the chat and on the panel. When they was practicing singing, did they not sound amazing?
That day.
That's what I was
They
thinking.
did.
Diva, they sounded amazing because they had stems playing. It's impossible for 3 people to sing a 4-part harmony.
Dang, Don.
Thank you.
Diva, pick up your face. It's dropped on the floor.
No, listen. Before I finish out these scenes and talk to everybody,
at least they tried, okay?
2 seconds. This is a quick yes or no. Emmanuel, did they not sound good?
No.
Oh, wow. Shan,
Well, at least he's honest.
Shan, did they not sound amazing?
Like Smoke said, that day.
Radiance, how did they sound in the studio? Was they not killing it?
Yes.
Thank you, Radiance. I love you. And listen, what was that song? I don't know if I heard that song before. I thought it was amazing. It was
You ain't heard it because it ain't never charted.
Oh, dang, my God.
Wasn't it understandable?
Show the receipts, Don.
That's one of Escape's hidden gems. That's one of their hidden gems.
It's hidden, all right, because we didn't even know about it.
And Radiance, I loved it. I thought it was beautiful. But you know what, y'all? They messy, Radiance. Julius, this is a simple yes or no. Did they not sound amazing in the studio?
They did.
Thank you, Julius. Nah, y'all said because Candy's mic was turned off. See, y'all just Denzel, how did they sound?
I'm gonna be honest, they sound fine.
Thank you, I appreciate you. Smo?
Man, auto-tune has come a long way if they can make Candy sound good on live TV.
Dang. The auto-tune.
The Dawn.
The pre-recorded tracks did sound great.
Y'all need to stop. A simple yes will do.
Let us have our opinions, Radiance. Let us have our opinions. We don't beat you up for yours.
That's right.
We just got to throw some facts in there. Sebastian, how did they sound?
How did they sound?
Yes. See, Sebastian, you playing games. You being disrespectful.
That's all I have to say.
You being disrespectful like Tasha. Listen,
that's all I have to say.
If you see Candy speak on it, And she talks about the whole situation where Tasha wants to fade her voice, but she told Tasha, but yet you getting paid off of my voice. So Tasha likes to bite the hand that feeds her, and that's what you're doing right now, Sebastian. Don't be disrespectful.
I'm
They
just saying the
sound good.
truth. There's
So
nothing to say. The voice.
Hey Diva, hey
yeah,
Diva,
Don and
yeah,
everyone else said
Diva.
it.
I want to say this. This is the thing. Yeah, Candy Birds don't seem like Mariah Carey or Whitney Houston.
right.
I mean,
Not at all.
she does have her own sound. She got her own sound. And
Yeah,
look, listen.
yeah.
Some people, I'm gonna just be honest. Some people just don't like Candy at all, and
That
that's
part,
That's it.
fine. And that's fine.
No,
right.
that's not me
But you
personally.
can't, be disrespectful
I'm
to
not
when,
disrespectful. I
yeah,
just
when
said
they was practicing, I mean, shot time made a mistake. I said studio, but when they was at the practice place, they was practicing. They had rehearsal. Candy and the ladies did their thing. They sounded amazing.
well, it was
Robin,
just a
how did they
practice.
sound?
Robin says they sounded amazing. Robin also would like to present to everyone on the panel and to the 254 people who are in the chat. How many among us have made 1/10 of $1 million singing for a living? How many of y'all have been able to pull in coin like in the millions, like Candy? Y'all want to talk about her poor, bad voice or whatever? Listen, a lot of people can sing. I can sing. I just can't carry a tune. I just find it. I know a lot of this is really kiki-ish, but then I notice
Yeah,
that people get very hype about
yeah,
camps that they're in, and I feel like it goes a little far. And I just want to remind folks that we're all real people, them and us. That is their profession that's been chosen. They have made
right.
money off of it. They're not digging a ditch in the backyard. We don't know that they're getting eviction notices. We don't know that right now that they're on Snap or Wick or anything else. I just think that some of the commentary, and this is just me, I find some of the commentary pretty disrespectful just of the people's knowledge, their skills, and their abilities and the work that they put in.
I agree.
Well, the thing is, I never had a commentary to say because I didn't think it valued one.
That's fine.
Hey, now Diva, can I say this?
Hold on 1 second, Des. I'll let you say. Yeah, and
Okay.
everybody's all having our opinion. It's fine. Derby, Diva, and Panelist. See, don't do that. I'm a proud hate.
Oh,
Don't do that.
she said she's a proud Candy hater.
Don't do that.
Wow.
Oh, Denzel, go ahead. What was you
No
gonna say?
shade.
This is the thing. I understand people saying that Candy can't sing, but can we agree that Candy sounds better than Kim Zolciak Bierman?
Yes.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes. Oh my
Denzel,
God.
I'm gonna
Why
hurt you.
can't we evaluate them on their own?
Wait, well, hold
Kim
on,
is not
Denzel.
even in the same category.
Denzel, I'm gonna hurt you because don't be putting the bar that low. Don't do that.
Okay. But this is the thing. People can have their opinion, but this is the thing. Like I said before, yeah, Candy don't sound like Mariah Carey or Whitney Houston, but Candy, she can sing. Okay,
So
she can sing.
let's be clear, Denzel. Let's be clear. That rehearsal, they shut it down. I love that song. And Tamika tried to, she did her best. She came in and did her sister parts or whatever, and she did a good job. Amazing.
She did. She
And you know
did.
what? And you know what? When Candy was like, "Where is Tasha?" Tasha thinks this how Tasha thinks. She thinks she all that she don't got to show up for rehearsal. She don't got to show up for mic check. She don't got to show up to see if they're going to do an extra step. She just going to show up when she show up. And Candy said it. She treating us like she's Gladys Knight and we're the Pips. No, Tasha, show up or don't work. Do you remember? I love that movie Dreamgirls, right? You remember they kicked one of them out?
Jennifer Hudson's character.
That part.
Yep,
Come on,
sure
Julius.
did.
They
Yeah. Yep.
out because she wanted to act like she could roll up, do what she want, when she want, and how she want. That's not a team effort there. No, you got to go. Okay, we got another proud hater, Candy. Y'all messing with me now. You're messing.
Wow, sad though, sad, but
They're being sarcastic. They're
But
just
you
saying, is
asked
it
for
hate
them,
or
though,
is it telling
Diva.
the truth?
No, I did.
ooh,
You know, but
Singing
this
is very subjective. What voice I might like is different from what somebody else might like. It's subjective.
yeah. Listen, guys. We having fun. It's all good. I'm happy.
Come on, Shane.
Okay, so here's the thing. Let me add this scene. Prayers to Latasha, right? Prayers to Latasha, because that Rocky is a whole piece of work. Yes, matter of fact, somebody said something here about Mary J. Blige can't sing, but some people swear she can't. So yeah, so
y'all not gonna come from Mary the Great J. Blige. You see?
exactly. She
See?
can sing.
But she has,
I'm sorry.
Okay,
she has a point when she said that.
Hold on, guys.
That's
hold on,
the
guys.
queen of R&B.
Yeah, hold on.
Amen.
So Mary J. Blige, ex-husband Kendall, Wendy Williams' husband, ex-husband, what's his name?
Kevin Hunter.
Kevin Hunter. Let me tell you this right here. That Rocky is in the running with all of those men right there. He's a piece of work. He sat at that table and said, come downstairs, baby, sign this paper so we can get this money. I mean, I can get this money. So I already read the contract for you. I want you to sign right there. And then he going to ask her, well, what does this deal mean about you and for you and Escape? First of all, in real time, I heard Tasha begging them to get back in the group now. Why? Because this solo album probably didn't do what she thought it was going to do. And like Don Juan said, it's going to take a minute when you go from one genre of music to another to be respected in that particular area.
She has to earn her stripes.
That right. You can't just come in and think you're going to be over the Yolanda Adams and all of those people. You got to earn your space, girlfriend. So you should have never thought that, oh, I'm just going to turn gospel and I'm going to be at the top of the game and screw y'all. And if she was smart in her husband, if she ever heard from all the gospel people, they will tell you they don't even bring in, when they go try to do concerts and stuff like that, they don't get the money that the R&B people and all of them get. So Tasha, do your homework. I don't even sing, and I'm telling you, these all many what you call gospel artists will tell you that. What's the two sisters name? Mary,
Erica and Tina.
Thank you. They said it all the time. They said we gotta beg to get what's rightfully ours when we go to these different venues because nobody wants to respect us.
Or they have to collab with multiple artists. Because I know a couple of years ago in my area, Fred Hammond, Regina Bell, and a few others, they put on a gospel explosion just to earn their money like that.
That part.
So they have to actually hustle and hustle hard to sustain their coin.
That
and
part.
You know, if she was so certain that it was going to be successful, then why is her brother-in-law's gospel single more successful than hers? I'll tell you why. He put the work in. He put the marketing in. He set up the word of mouth. He put the practice in. Most importantly, and this is what she doesn't want to realize, what the girls have been telling her, he put the time in. And that's why his single is more successful than hers. Sorry, now I'm off my rant.
Monty said we're negative. You're out. All right, Monty. I don't know.
Okay, bye.
Bye, sis.
Also,
bye.
Like you.
I agree. I agree.
Negative. I agree.
She's not very
SWV
likable.
is negative. I agree. SWV is negative.
Hold on. Let me say this. First of all, when you're giving your opinion about something, your opinion.
Exactly.
Like, I don't think anybody up here is like dogging people out to the point where
they not.
Oh my God, this, that, and the other. It's our opinion. We having fun. If you can't take our opinion, you got to go because
juices.
Because listen, it's literally just our opinion. I'm not going to sit up here and lie and be like, everybody is beautiful and this scene was all roses and pink.
Exactly.
And I'm not mad at Rocky or this, that, and the other. It is what it is. Everybody gives their opinion,
And we're just keeping it real.
It's all up. And let me tell you something. And here's the good thing: don't nobody have to agree with me. And y'all know I will still stand 10 toes down on my word.
Right.
Can I say one thing?
Right.
Yes, of course.
And listen, my auntie Diva, listen, she's going to go all the way to 100K, a million, whatever, all of that. Okay, one person don't stop the Diva train. Choo choo.
Choo choo.
Yes,
okay.
Hey, Diva, I want to say something about that.
Hold on, Denzel, because I don't want to get the train on the track. Let's get back on the track and let's get back to this review and this recap, right? So we had those scenes in there where they was in the studio doing rehearsal, killing it in rehearsal. Okay.
Allegedly.
And wait, let me tell you something. Tiny is a little slick with her shade, right? Because Candy was going on. Tiny was like, "Well, what you want to do about it? What you want to do right now? What you want to do?" Okay, so yeah, if Tiny's a little messy, I'm gonna start at the bottom. Emmanuel, what's up?
All right. Well, first of all, I'm all about education because I do think that's the great equalizer, and I also think that nothing's promised tomorrow. I mean, look what's happening right now. They want to ban TikTok. We never know tomorrow. We may wake up, YouTube's gone, social media. So you always gotta have that plan B. As far as Candy and her Don Juan, Phaedra and Portia said it best. Who fraternizes with their employees on TV? Like, why is she using him to talk bad about someone else? Like, if you such a boss, then you talk bad about Tasha. Why you have to be bringing in employees? We already have to see Todd, who is basically one of her employees too. Also, just because we're not millionaires or whatever, that doesn't make Candy above reproach. Okay, Candy, she might be a millionaire, whatever it is, but guess what? She's on a TV show, so we have the right to talk bad about her because we're not gonna be censored because that's what we're doing. We're watching the show. The show wouldn't be on if we weren't watching. Latasha, I gotta say, the rehearsal sounded a hot mess to me. It clearly looks like the three of them can't be a group. They're gonna need Latasha. And I don't know if y'all saw that, but there was just something missing at that rehearsal, and that's Tasha. The three of them can't hold it on together. Another thing, how do we know Tasha didn't go to the rehearsal on purpose? Because I saw her video, and she says that the editing has been made to make her look really bad. How do we know they were in the rehearsal and they didn't tell her about it? How do we know that scene was shot the same day? Maybe that was shot on a Tuesday and they were in rehearsal on a Friday night. We don't know.
So her own sister is not going to tell her about rehearsal?
Listen, I think it's really sad that her sister unfortunately has chosen to be with Candy and Tiny. And I also think that it's so sad to see them basically they're on this campaign. They've been doing interviews nonstop, putting her in such a bad light. And y'all don't have to agree with me. That's okay. But I hate to see people ostracized like that.
So let me just ask you this, Emmanuel. We're not going to go down this path, but $30,000 way back when went missing, right?
Allegedly. Yeah, allegedly, because there hasn't been a final decree by a judge. Yeah.
No, he said that he did. He said that they had the money.
Come on, Don.
Rocky said that.
He did or she did? He did.
No, Rocky said that. Rocky said they got $30,000.
Yeah. Rocky's Rocky, Latasha's Latasha. Just putting that out there.
Pinky's brain.
Okay. So okay. Thank you, Emmanuel. But let me say this too with Don Juan. It's her friend. We all talk to our friends. So her friend came over and you talk to your friends about your frustration. So I'm frustrated with Tasha giving me her butt to kiss. Like we can't go on without her. Listen, groups go on without the people that founded the group. So again, Tasha's not doing her homework and neither is her husband, Rocky. You know how many groups have carried on without the person who started the group?
Example in Vogue.
Oh, Boom. Okay.
And that Dawn Lewis got the voice.
Okay.
Well, he just wants more camera time. That's what he wants.
Nikki, I'm sorry you got to be here early to get on the train. Okay, but I missed you. All right. So, Shan, what are your thoughts? The party goes on. I'm trying to tell you, Michelle, the party goes on.
This girl coming in talking about where's my seat? Where's my seat? If you don't sit on the floor, get out. Like, I don't like that energy that she brings. It's very like entitled, you know. And I'm not a big fan of Candy, as y'all know, but I really found her scene with Don Juan entertaining. And this is a whole new Candy, I feel like. Because on the Real Housewives, she makes me fall asleep. But on this show, I'm like, oh, snap. You funny, girl. You actually, you know, giving some energy. I wish you would bring some of this energy to the Real Housewives. But anyways, I agree with Don Juan. He said, don't make somebody a priority who makes you an option. Love that part. And all I would tell Tasha is be humble. Because Candy said when she feel like her career is about to take off, that's when she start acting crazy and whatever. And first of all, people have to like you. Candy obviously knows a lot of people. If you were smart, you would be like, hey, girl, listen to this. What do you think of this? Like, you would have been upfront because, one, that's the right thing to do. And two, your behavior is disgusting. So who's going to buy your music if nobody likes you?
That part.
And I just think, like you said, don't bite the hand that feeds you, you know? Like, this is the group that help you be who you are. When you become a solo artist, even if you get big as Beyonce, and I know she never will be, obviously, but even if, let's just say, right, you still have to treat them with respect. Like, they're your former group members. You don't have to act above anyone, regardless of how rich. Hold on, I'm on YouTube. Yeah. Sorry. So, yeah, you don't have to act above anyone. And the way she came in was not, you know, cute. And if I was Tamika, I would, what do you call it? Not have her as my sister. I would take Taj as my sister. Because Taj, you know, they have good energy together. They're always laughing. Like, who wants a sister who's hella draining? I don't care if you're my family or not. Like, Emmanuel is saying, like, you don't like to see somebody be treated that way. But I feel like she's putting herself in this position. Like,
well, how about this, Shan? How about this? When Candy decided that she was too good for the group and she wanted to take an exit, why wasn't there such an uproar about don't bite the hand that feeds you and all that? Because she thought she was too good to make the music.
All, I don't even care about Escape. I don't know their song. I could care less about the group. I'm just watching the show.
Yeah, me either.
But so I didn't have an uproar. I wasn't outraged because I didn't even care. Like, I didn't even know about Candy's situation. But what I'm saying is you don't treat people a certain way because you think you're doing better than them. Because those same people you might need one day, you know?
So, Emmanuel, I see what you're saying though. But see, Candy didn't leave all, you know, nasty and all of that. She didn't leave all nasty. And she didn't leave saying, oh, I'm leaving because I got my solo deal. And she wasn't coming to, you know, rehearsals and stuff showing her behind.
What we know of. But honestly, you know what? I think that at
selective
the end of the day,
outrage.
No, I think that at the end of the day, Candy and Latasha are one and the same coin. I really do think that, and I think that's why they've always had a hard time like connecting because they're pretty much the same person. So
I'm not a really Candy fan. Candy bores me, but I don't think so. They're kind of different, you know.
Radius, you got to jump into this because now Emmanuel is saying Candy and Tasha are one and the same. I'm about to fall off my seat, but what are your thoughts?
Absolutely not. They are not one of the same. Candy even said, okay, because Latasha's the oldest and Candy is the youngest, so they always bump heads. So when Candy started stepping up for herself and she wanted to write and she wanted to have to do things on the creative side, she wanted to put her input, that's when the issue started happening with Latasha. Because Latasha was used to production, the behind the scenes team, and the girls following behind her. But when Candy was like, hey, I have an opinion too, that's when the clash started happening. Because her sister Tamika, like she said to her, she always had her sister back. Well, her sister was right or wrong. She didn't really state her opinion because she didn't want it to look like she was going against her sister. And she didn't want to have to face that demon when she returned home with her mother. So she made sure to steer clear in the 90s of having any confrontation with Escape as it has to do with Latasha. So I will say that I think I agree with you, Diva. The girls sounded good in a trio. They sounded good in their rehearsal, their sound check. And of course, we prefer Latasha to be a part of it, but we're not gonna beg her at this point. And these three to me sound better than Escape 3 when they was doing that little tour and everything. But Rocky spoon feeds Latasha. He tell her what to say. He whispered in her ear. He made her sign that contract. And I agree with you, Diva. We're gonna see him probably walking away with some of her money if she don't protect it, unfortunately. And
you gotta read the fine print.
Read none of it.
She gotta read the fine print.
Baby girl, I can't read, but let's move forward.
Lord,
you know what? The way he was sitting there, I just don't like the way his personality is coming off on TV. And so a lot of people are saying, well, the editing is making Natasha look bad, right? I always say this: they can't edit something you didn't give them.
That's right.
They didn't bring in a stunt double that act like it was her, and it wasn't. Everything that they're editing is because that's what she's giving. Okay,
right, and she trashed Candy in that interview that she did like a couple of days ago. That Candy
can't sing,
and she was just like boo boo. That's when she went into like her catalog about her. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt Diva, but I caught that from Candy's interview, and Candy was not. Candy looks at her as a sister. Candy wasn't bashing her. Candy wants her to win.
Yep.
Tasha doesn't want Candy to win.
That's right.
If y'all really watch it, Candy, even though it's from a distance, is encouraging her band sister to win.
100%. 100%.
Right, well.
So you, like Candy said, you dragging my voice and you in my group.
Yeah.
It's not even another group. You in the group with me and you dragging my voice. And Candy had to run it down to say every song from Escape, I got a major role in it, and you getting paid off of it, and you going to drag my voice. I mean, check yourself. Okay? You biting the hand that feeds you. If you don't like Candy, you don't like Candy. But my thing is, get out of Escape. You and your husband go do what you do. And let me tell you this too. If Tasha's so good and she don't need them, go make Escape too, and let's see what's good.
You know what?
Maybe she should.
Maybe she should. Denzel, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's just crazy. That scene with Candy and was it Tasha and Coco's son. Tasha act like she didn't want to be there. She looked like she was bored. You know, she act like she didn't want to be there. And then that scene with Tasha and her husband, I didn't really like that scene. That he's a gaslighter. He's a gaslighter, and the way he was telling her, you know, to sign that contract, I didn't like it. I just didn't like it, and you know, it's just, you know, and I don't like Tasha because she seems sneaky. Did you watch that interview she did with Cocktails with Queens?
I think that's what I'm referring to. Where she was trashing Candy.
Did y'all watch that? You watched that, Diva?
I saw some of it because let me tell you something. When you going to trash your bandmate or your group mate, I'm not really here for it, right?
Yeah.
To me, there's some things that you keep behind the scenes because you never know where you have to circle back to. I even tell people when it comes to jobs, I mean, I don't really care what went down. Don't be getting too crazy because you never know where you have to turn back to.
Hello.
Okay. So you gotta roll easy with it. You gotta learn. And Tasha, her husband, he gets an F. He should have whispered in her ear before she went on there. Roll easy. Don't talk about Candy. You know, because you got a gospel a gospel, okay, a religious song that you're trying to promote, but then you coming up on somebody's interview and giving a whole bunch of negative energy. Those two don't equal up together.
And then another thing, Diva. This is the thing, and this is what I like about Candy. Candy has said it on her speak on it. She had told her followers to buy Tasha's album when it comes out.
Speak about it, Denzel.
And
hold on, Denzel, because you made a good point. Did y'all catch that? Did y'all catch that?
I don't think it was genuine.
That's why it was. She said it more than one occasion.
Don't do that to Candy. Did y'all haters catch that? She
not once put her down. She not once.
Her music. Did y'all catch that?
Once.
Hold on.
I saw her say it at least 3 different times.
Hold on one second. Let me add this. The Juice Radio and Talk Show did interview the Scott sisters' dad. Okay, she interviewed the dad. She's going to have a part 2 soon. But if you really want to know a little bit more about the other side, because Miss Gloria has the show as her platform, and that is their mom. You can go to
said a lot.
And he has his side over there, and it's all good to hear both sides. Okay, a very good interview over there, right? So, but speak on it. Matter of fact, Denzel, no pun intended, but speak on it. Candy said on her show, go buy the sister's work. Okay.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Exactly.
And books. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then one more thing, and it kind of heated me up when Tasha was on the Cocktails with Queen's interview. She's trying to act like she's so godly and stuff, and she's trying to act like it's not her fault. And it's like, I'm like, really, Tasha?
That part. Yeah. Tasha's spirit is not genuine enough for gospel. She doesn't have to an anointing on her. She really needs to pivot. She needs to pivot. You need to pivot. And
that part.
Ain't nobody perfect, but you know what, one that when I was training in nursing school, they was like, just because you put on the uniform, that don't make you a nurse.
That part.
So they was like, if you don't have passion for people and working with people, okay, she said, if you think that the end of your day is going to happen when your shift is over, then this ain't for you.
Exactly.
Okay, because it could be 7:00 and you're supposed to get off. If somebody's coding in room 202, you better put your backpack down and go down to 202 and go help save a life. Okay, so my thing is that and this to me too, because I go to church. I'm not promoting nothing on nobody. But one time they was like, "Do you want to be an usher?" I ain't ready. Because if I tell you to go sit in that pew right there, don't be walking up to the next pew and I told you to sit right there. So I know I didn't do all that. So when you take on certain positions, you got to be ready.
Amen to that.
I wasn't ready to come to a meeting every Thursday night, Friday night, and y'all calling me. No. If I could just show up and be the usher the day I show up, then I could do it. But
can I say one thing?
Friday, yes, you can. I'm coming to it. If you need me here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, this, that, and then I ain't ready. You got to know what you're getting yourself into, and if you're really ready to walk that path. Just because you have the talent for it, don't mean that that's your calling and your ministry, and you should do it. Go ahead, Shannon. Then I got to move on to...
This is real quick. Diva, yeah. I'm not trying to raise your blood pressure, but Candy wasn't genuine when she said, go buy so-and-so music, blah, blah, blah. I think she just said it because she was getting a lot of backlash because people were saying she cares about money, blah, blah, blah. So she was like, let me tell them to buy the music so I seem like nice. Candy is sneaky to me. I don't believe it. I think she's just trying to look like, the good person. That's
Thank
all.
you.
I disagree on that. I disagree.
I would, Denzel, come on. Can I ask a question?
But wait, before you do that, I got to go to Small. Go ahead, Small.
Oh, yeah, we never did. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'll just say this. What we're seeing with Escape, I'm just going to say this once. This is not behavior behavior that's becoming of someone who wants top billing. I'm just saying, whether it's one person doing all of this, if you going to be asking for your letters to be bigger or your picture to be bigger or for whatever, or you say you put people in the seats, then y'all should have y'all business aspect behind the scenes put together better, because now that we're seeing this show, who's to say now that people are going to want to work with Escape, basically like, well, y'all don't really have y'all stuff together, so why should y'all get top billing? What other factors behind your social media or whatever guarantees that, okay, this is going to be an experience from beginning to end? So I'm going to say that, close in. I'm not discussing it further.
Right.
In regards to the scene with Candy and Don Juan, or Don Juanita, as Phaedra or Portia once said before, very interesting. I mean, I think he did have some gems about it. Yeah. But I do agree with Emmanuel. I honestly do believe that Candy and Tasha are two heads on the same coin. I feel like Candy is just better at hiding her devious side or whatever things that we don't get to see. Yes, I said it, Diva. Y'all can be fooled by this reality TV all you want, but people can put out there what they want you to see or perceive of them. At all. And I do agree with Shan. That whole buy Latasha CD, that was Housewives Shade 101. That wasn't her being serious, like, yeah, go support her. Like, she was throwing shade because she's no one's gonna go out and buy the music whatsoever.
So you think she was being fake?
Yes, I literally caught the shade. I was like, that was shade. If I heard one, that was like probably out of Kenya Moore's book. Period.
Oh,
at least you saw it. At least you saw it. That was shade to me. It may not be shade to everybody else, but that was shade to me. I caught it, I received it, and I saw it for what it was.
I respect your opinion.
Yep.
Wait, the Dawn left us. Okay. Good gosh. Okay.
Sebastian and Robin.
Sebastian.
As I'm saying, I kind of see where Emmanuel is coming from. I see where he's coming from, but I don't agree. I do think that Tasha is driven by her husband, Rocky. She has no mind of her own, but the responsibility of showing up to rehearsals are very important when you're in a group, and you can't be dogging your own group out. I agree with that and stuff like that, but the thing is, Escape is not even that valuable anyway, so I don't see the point of her really having to defend them or anything. As I said, I'm always team SWV, because they know to make sure they put the immaturity behind closed doors when they get on national TV, something that Escape can't do and needs to learn. Take a lesson. Take a lesson. Candy, Latasha, Tamika, and Tiny. Take that. Well, maybe Tiny can't see because she had work done in her eyes anyway.
Stop.
Oh my God. Too far.
Auntie Robbie's gonna get y'all. Y'all better be
I want to hear it.
The Dawn, let me come to you, and then Auntie Robin, you're next. Know your gift. Know your gift, the Juice Radio Show. Know your gift.
Not Dawn.
Revival the seeds.
Wait, hold on, Dawn. Wait, I muted you for a second.
He's shading Candy.
I can't play the music. But go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. I just wanted to be clear here about the voices of Escape. Well, and you heard it for yourself. But the scene with Tasha and Rocky, I want to feel sorry for this lady. I really do. Yeah. Because she's just so like, her shoulders come in when she's talking to him. She just he's really like her dad. He's really her dad, her God.
Pretty much.
It's not well to depend on one person like that for your entire life, like your livelihood, and you don't have an opinion. Like, I've never seen her with an opinion that he hadn't said on this show yet.
Right.
And in all her interviews. I want to feel sorry for her, but on the other hand, chick, you grown. You 50 something or close to it. Yeah. It's you can holler at your sister. So why can't you stand up to this man?
Boom.
Yeah, that's true.
She was at the Mount in Chesapeake Sunday, and the people looked at her like she was crazy in Chesapeake, Virginia. On a bus tour.
Really?
Trying to sell her album. Absolutely. So it's not gonna, it's not gonna fade the way that he's predicting, like she's going in there like, one of the greats of gospel. No. And when Candy played that video of her runs at the end of Speak On It, I hollered. I was in here crying. It was so funny. I'm like, Candy, this was gold. This was gold. Like, she's making fun of Candy voice, and I do too.
Yeah.
All of their voice. But, it was gold when
Yes,
she
it
said,
was.
when she played that video. It was gold. It was absolutely gold. I loved every moment of it. And, Escape will be on tour here in DC on April 1st with 6 other acts.
Okay.
It's not called the Great Escape Tour.
See, you playing.
It's called the R&B Experience.
Thank you.
Are you going? Well, that was the answer.
I sat all up and you be playing me. But Celeste, thank you for the super chat. I respect the group, but I think Candy was genuine. Celeste, I'm with you. We on the car by ourselves, but it's okay. You, me, and Radiance, we on the same car on this train, and Robin. I do think that Candy has never stopped anybody's bag.
Phaedra Parks.
Oh, really? Oh,
wow.
Phaedra Parks.
We ain't gonna go there right now because I got to get to Robin. Robin, what are your thoughts?
I actually have a question. I'm hoping that somebody can answer for me.
Sure. I'm
going to ask a question, give my impression, and please know I'm not being shady.
Okay.
I really think that Latasha's quest and search for that solo contract and career is like, the athlete that, it's like Charles Barkley, always in the game, but ain't never been to the finals and never won a ring. Because you know how many years it's been that she's been in the business. I want to know, the question I have is, her first effort at a solo career, was her contract gospel or was it R&B? And then the follow-up question is, if it was R&B then, do you think that maybe she switched to gospel because she may have aged out of the genre? And all she's really caring about is not really making coin, but just striking out on her own to say, look, I did it. Smoke?
I think
I can answer.
I'll come to you, Smoke, but let me just say about her. I think that, like the Don said, all jokes aside, she's not her own person, right? And so when she was with Rocky at the table, if you notice, she said, I'm pissed at Escape, my group, because they disrespected you. She's talking about her husband, Rocky. They disrespected my mom, and they disrespected me. So my thing is that, so you're mad because they disrespected your husband because they didn't want to use him in certain ventures or whatever the case may be, which is really a conflict of interest. If if it's us, all of us doing something together, everybody that's on this panel right now, and then my husband is going to manage the situation, well, that's messy right there, right? Because 100%, whatever I really want, that's what he gonna do, right? So,
amen.
So my thing is,
unless there's a side chick. No, I'm kidding.
But my thing is that, of course, in a situation like that, it should be a neutral person. It should be nobody's in the group family member. Let's be clear. With Destiny's Child, Beyonce's family was managing that thing. So we can say what we want, but at the end of the day, those other ladies really didn't stand much of a chance, because by default, they're going to push Beyonce to the forefront and promote her more, or whatever the case may be. Now, we could pretend that stuff was all fair and went down, but we know it ain't all fair. Same problem the Supremes, and I'll go way back, had with Diana, because they were saying Diana sleeping with the boss, so she got preference. You see what I mean? So when you have situations like this, it should always be a neutral party for everybody in the group that's going to manage the group, so that we can at least stand to have a fair chance in the situation, right? So go ahead, Smoke.
Yeah, to answer Robin's point, I'll say yes to both. I think, and when she initially did her solo deal, I think she was going into R&B because that's what she was known for at that time. So it would make sense. And I think that now that she's more mature in age, I mean, not to say she could do R&B. I think her voice fits that, but I guess she's thinking strategically, like where she get more bang for her buck. She's looking at gospel. So yeah, I feel like she made a transition to gospel
but Smoke, she's a fool then. I promise you, I heard many of gospel singers speak, and they all will tell you that the money is not in gospel. So much so that they will also tell you that their management team had told them, why don't they do some R&B with their amazing voice, because they would make more money. So you are a fool, and you did not do your research if you think the money is going to be in gospel.
But
not only that, all the gospel singers will also tell you this, which I'm sure happens in other genres too. It's very cliquish. So at a certain point, they request the most popular gospel singers over some of the others over and over again when they do have these award shows and all of that. You, for the most part, see the Yolanda Adams. I forgot the two guys' names, but
Fred Hammond, Donnie McClurkin,
and what's Shorty's name?
Say it again.
What's the little one name? What's his name?
Kurt Franklin.
Yeah, you see
the
little one. you see. That's who you see. You see the same gospel singers, and then you'll see other ones if they currently have music out there and they're nominated. So to think that she's going to come into gospel and be this big breakout gospel artist when the ones that are there already and they struggle, you are darn fool, and so is your husband that's a manager.
Can I say that? Can I speak to that, Diva? Here's the thing, though. That is her X factor, whether we want to agree with it or not, is she has a Rocky Bivens or whomever. So who's to say he won't do whatever it takes to make sure that Tasha gets the money that she wants so that he gets the pay cut that he thinks he deserves. So maybe I don't think that's a thing in gospel, but then again, they've never had a Tasha and a Rocky Bivens in their midst. So who's to say that she would follow the same trajectory as other gospel artists, because we don't know what he's done to really, like, I guess
we know what he's done.
We know what he's capable of.
No. He has done nothing, because like Candy said, and this is respectfully, he has done nothing. Like Candy said, it's not until she gets back in the limelight that they try to cash off of that situation and then go work a deal. If Rocky was worth his salt, way before this show came up, way before they even said doing a tour with Escape, way before the verses, Tasha would have been out there doing her thing and we would have heard about her. But we did not. So we already know what he's capable of.
But maybe this is like a crazy idea, but what if she really just wants to, like she said, just do music that is inspirational and like spiritual or whatever?
That her behavior has to match it.
She ain't spiritual, so she can't release nothing spiritual.
Well,
as negative as her spirit has been, if she put that energy out into the world, it's gonna flop. Worse than any Escape y'all saying has flopped.
And
that
another thing,
she is gonna return to her.
I don't think that she needs to leave the group, because she can do both. She can do her solo career and her group. Why does it have to be either or?
You need to call Rocky though.
Well, yeah, he's the problem.
So Diva, gospel artists, they don't make a lot of money like that.
It depends on who you are. If you are a top biller, like a Ricky Dillard or a because Yolanda Adams not selling anything right now, or a Tamila Mann. Tamila Mann right now is the highest paid female gospel artist.
That's true.
Right now, man has the most money when she comes to any church.
Right.
So, they have a limit, a threshold, but Tasha would make more money on one date with Escape than probably 2 or 3 months with a church tour.
Come on,
the church is not going to pay you
2 or 3 years.
It's not going to pay you $30,000 if that's the minimum that you're making in one show. She's not going to make that at a church doing a concert, and a church is not going to bring Tasha to do a concert alone.
True.
She definitely ain't no
True.
Shirley Caesar either.
And
Oh
the
yeah.
time.
Oh yes.
Most
Yes.
of
I
those,
think she's
most
doing
of those
Don,
gospel.
you just spoke facts, but you see
He did.
the
He
other thing
did.
about Tamala Mann and her husband is one, they another one that they know how to do multiple streams.
Exactly.
But can I tell you there's something about them? All of their ventures correlate with each other.
Right.
They're not over here cursing people out and then
Exactly.
coming over here and singing gospel. They're
Yep.
It
not
matched
doing that.
It
So
matches.
Exactly.
they're matching, right? So you can't have you over here can't stand your sister, won't hug your sister, but then you want to talk about Jesus loves you. It's not gonna work.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. But you know what, guys? This was a amazing review. I thank you all for being here. This show is everything. I can't wait to see all the rest of the episodes. I am going to go around and I want to get everybody's final word. I'll say this.
Diva,
Yes,
can I ask a quick question?
of course.
To I guess Smoke, Shan, Emmanuel, Don, if he's still here.
Wait,
Can we?
hold on, Radiance. Hold on, Radiance. You need to add everybody in there because it's only you and I and
Okay.
Robin
Wait a
that
minute.
are on
I
the
prepared
side.
a vote
So hold
list
on,
now.
Radiance. You got to ask the Don, Emmanuel, Dan, Smoke, Denzel, Julius. You got to ask all of them. So go ahead.
What's the question?
To all SWV fans, okay?
Yes.
Can we agree that Escape is bringing the drama to the show, and
Oh, that's
SWV
a
is
definite.
bringing the heartfelt moments, and we need both to make a good show? So can we
Agreed.
agree?
Absolutely
I can
Hold
agree with
on,
that.
wait. I'm gonna let
I
y'all.
agree. I agree.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on, Radiance. You summed that thing up perfectly. Amen. Can we get
She
an
did.
amen?
Amen.
Well,
That is beautiful. So hold on 1 second. The Don, can you agree with Radiance?
I can agree with that statement, Radiance, that SWV is bringing the mature and Escape is bringing the, the lower
ratchet.
class. Because SWV has been there, done that on TV, so they don't want to do it anymore.
Right.
Yep.
That part. And the Don, what she said was heartfelt from SWV, okay?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
But Diva, it's not what you think it is because I call what she say. Basically, you gotta have you have one. You can't have one without the other. So they need each other. So that means they should be co-headlining. Thank you.
God. Hold on.
Boom.
You heard Radiant's question.
Lord.
What do you think?
Yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, I guess they both are making the show good. I'm with Shan though. I'm not really looking at any of these groups because I mean I wasn't even alive when they were popular, but I just don't like Candy Burris and her tactics, and I just don't like that a sisterhood is breaking because of it. That's my issue with it. I don't really care about the groups.
Right,
Or who's better.
but Emmanuel, let me say this as I go around because I really want everybody to answer Radiant's question. But the sisterhood is being broken by one of the sisters. And all I can say is 30K. 30K. Shan, Shan, what do you think about what Radiant said?
I agree. It's a good balance. I think Tasha is trying to do gospel because she's trying to repent from stealing that girl's money, allegedly. You know. But honestly, let me tell you, I think she's doing gospel real quick. I think she's doing gospel because she probably feels like her life is in shambles. And we all turn to God when our life is in shambles. Like her relationship, she probably know about the side chick allegedly, and then the group and all this, trying to find her place in life and stuff. So I feel like she's doing gospel because she's probably searching for something. And who else can we turn to in these times except God, or whatever you believe in, So I feel like she's probably genuine about doing gospel, but I hope Tamika buys her album. I feel like she will. She'll be the one person to buy it, because Tamika's that sister. So shout out to you for supporting.
Shout out to me. Julius, what do you think about Radiant's question?
It's a good balance, and yes, Escape brings the drama, And like it's like watching like the WWE SmackDown because you don't know what's gonna happen next. Um, and regarding Tasha's gospel song, I know I spoke on it earlier, but I want to give a more in depth. Even though I could not stand to listen to gospel music when I was younger, I love it now. And what I look for as a listener, I want to look for like the challenge, like you trying to hear a sermon on Sunday, like that inspiration that can make you think, or that can make you be okay. But when I see from her is and her doing this and doing that and saying this and saying that, that makes me not even want to consider listening to her single. Cause for what? It's just hypocritical.
Right. I will tell you this. I heard it. She sounds good. She sounds good, but you know what though? Now, first of all, the way music goes now with people having it streaming and this and like you can hear stuff without even buying it really. Um, it's not the same. So you got to connect to the people for real now on all different levels. And now people are so fickle in a way where the minute if they don't like you, they not buying your product. It's just that simple, point blank in a period. And unfortunately, she's not coming off likable on this show, like at all. Paige said, Diva, did you already talk about Rocky's phone call to the other blogger and the unique interview? I'm okay over here mentioning other people. Like, I don't get too crazy about it. But you talking about on Tasha K and the unique interview. Now, I didn't see the Tasha K unique interview because I'm not paying. I got to wait till it come to YouTube. I'm not paying for that nonsense. When it gets to YouTube, I'll see it then and then I'll talk about it. But I think we talked the other day, or I was on somebody's channel the other day talking about Rocky's phone call. It might have been Sherelle's channel. Talking about Rocky's phone call into Tasha K, and he told on himself.
Yep.
But you know what though? When a person you give a person long enough to talk, that the truth is gonna come out. And that's why, you know what, not to get all deep, I have friends that are in law enforcement, and that's why, they sit down and they do these interviews with you because they, like if a person is accused of a crime or whatever, they do these interviews with you because they know that the longer you talk, the truth is eventually going to come out. Because my grandmother used to always say, you will remember some form of the truth all the time, but you rarely ever remember any form of a lie you told. And that's why when people lie, they have to tell another lie on top of another lie to cover up the first lie, because they don't even remember part of the lie they told. But you will always remember some form of the truth. So he told on himself. He told about that money in that phone call. He pretty much he definitely came out and said that he cheated before, but he just want to act like he didn't do anything with this girl Unique. And he also said something extremely telling. He said that he would that it don't matter if 100 women can come out saying something, and Tasha is never going
nowhere.
She ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere.
And that's the problem. When he think and he know you're not gonna go anywhere, that's when he's not gonna act right. Pray for her.
He knows that. And so that's why when Don said the earlier, like feeling bad for her, in a lot of ways I do. In a lot of ways I really do. But the part that I don't like, that takes me from not feeling so bad for her, is because she knows how to show up angry with everybody else. So it's selective anger. Her anger is directed at the wrong people. Her husband is the one giving her grief, but she'll never admit to that or say that. But that's my thought. But Paige, I did see the phone call, and the phone call was so telling. Who was I at? Because we gotta close this thing out.
I think Denzel was next, right? Or Julius.
Denzel?
Yes.
Go ahead. Did you speak? Because Radiance had a very good question. We getting a balance on this show, and y'all need to start appreciating the balance in the role that Escape is playing.
Right.
Make this show a hit show. Come on, Denzel. What are your thoughts?
I agree with her. And they just need to come together and make that great show. And this is what I will say. Tasha and her husband, they need to apologize to Tamika. They need to pay Tamika her money. And if and this is the thing, if Tasha don't want to be in Escape anymore, if she wants to be solo and do gospel, she needs to tell them the truth and let her do her solo career and let Escape do their thing. And she just need apologize to her sister and get together, and she needs to repent, and she needs to ask Jesus Christ for forgiveness. And life is too short, and she hopefully she would get it together. Hopefully, and that's all I got to say on that.
Thank you. Miss Kiki said that Miss Kiki said, I don't think Tasha knew about the money, but the husband took the money for sure. Tasha knew about that money.
She knew about that money.
Yeah.
Miss Kiki, but Nikki, I'm bringing you up. You good?
Oh yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
But she knew about that money. Robin, what are your thoughts on Radiant's question?
Well, I was hoping to be last to close out the night because I'm going to just say what I was going to say if I were last. The last 2 weeks on this show, it's all been about top billing. And Emmanuel, I'm older. I'm going back to the 80s. I got to tell you, all I can keep singing in my head are the words, milk is chilling, jizz is chilling. What more can I say? Top billing. That's what, I'm sorry. I just can't get it out of my head. So anyway, what I have to say is, I don't know that there's a balance, but there's a story. But that's what I got. Got it? Good. But I'm sorry. Go on to the next one. I'm sorry.
That's okay, Robin. Before I go to Nikki, did I get everybody?
I think so. Yes, but I just want to add this point. Yes, the show is balanced with everyone, but if I'm also, to be honest, Bravo needs to look at the formula of these 6 episodes, because what this like ensemble or this should be like, okay, whatever they did on this show, we need to bring this to our other shows, because I feel like this is what, like, the Housewives,
it's real.
It's lacking reality. Yeah. It has reality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's real.
Each woman has a dynamic story or personality. They granted, yes, because they're in different groups, they have their cliques, so I guess they're going to go with their groups to say, but I feel like they're able to address confrontation, but in a non, I won't say not, it's not a violent way, but I guess they're not drawing it out too much. They kind of just deal with it in clusters when they're with each other and together, but it's not the whole episode. Like, there's other stuff that's going on that's kind of just supporting the main. So I think whoever the producers are on this show, they need to be placed on the other cities. And also, I think Coco would make a very interesting housewife, since she's in Virginia. Potomac's right there, so I would like to see her show.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
She'd be interesting to be. Yeah, so that's all.
So I believe people are telling me Mona Scott is producing this.
She's an executive. Yes.
Yes.
So it's the Mona Scott formula in there. And maybe because before, when they was really top, it was Carlos King. So maybe Mona Scott is the new little secret sauce for Bravo. We'll see. But Nikki, you're in the building. What do you want to add? I'm about to close out. But
Yes. I have been yelling at this screen for an hour. Okay. I went to go get some yogurt, and I was like, finally, they're gonna let me in. So I need to say this.
Okay.
So for all of the people who were on here earlier, that I'm just gonna call, I hate to say names, but I'm just say a bit delusional with their comparisons with Kandi and this, her however many what do you call it on Facebook, like her was it Twitter followers or Instagram followers? Why doesn't that translate to Atlanta? Let's just be very clear. I don't know how many people on this panel love Beyonce, but most of the world knows her. She's a huge superstar, right? She's very talented. People listen to her when she talks. But let's just be very clear. She did a whole campaign with Adidas. And Adidas gave her all her little money back because they gave her, they let her out of her contract because even the Queen Bee wasn't able to translate all of her millions and millions and millions of followers and people that love her, people that's in the Beehive. It didn't translate. So
Nikki, that's actually
let's not
true.
do that with Kandi, because she ain't even Beyonce.
Come on.
That's actually not true. Adidas could not afford to keep Beyonce on as talent because they lost so much money with Kanye.
Whatever, however you want to make yourself feel good about it, but let's just be very clear.
Can I say something? Can I
And to be clear, whenever Beyonce, and I'm not a Beyonce fan, but whenever she dropped, whenever her clothing line dropped, it's sold out.
Can I
So,
get ready
you know,
after I finish?
if we're speaking on delusion, let's speak on it.
Can I just, if the shoe fit, listen, I didn't say no names. So, you know.
But you implied it, though. We caught it.
Let Nikki speak. Let Nikki speak. Go ahead, finish.
Yes, because I don't know nobody on the show but Miss Diva, so I don't know you. Sorry. But I did listen to you guys talk about Candy for a minute. And I'm not saying you shouldn't. Candy isn't even my favorite person on the Housewives. Let's just be very clear. I don't even really like her dry personality personally. But I'm going to call a thing a thing. And the thing is, like I said, she's winning. So I don't understand why we're dragging the person that is winning. And this is the thing. She's doing it the right way. She's not broke from whenever she sold her songs in the 90s. And God bless, is it Lily or whatever? And all of the others that struggled in SWV after, you know, people weren't buying their music or we didn't have Spotify or whatever the case may be. All I'm saying is that lady was able to continue. And she continued and she had to reinvent herself. So I'm not understanding why we have so much, I won't say hatred, but it's just like, it's sort of like Martin Lawrence said this on one of his, I forget what they call comedy views. He was just like a critic. A critic is somebody that can't do what you can do, and they want to criticize you for it. Now, I get it. This is a panel. We're talking about gossip. I understand that. But
who are you to call us delusional? You can't come on the panel and say delusional. That is rude.
Okay,
like we're giving our opinions.
It's her opinion. Her opinion is that some of us are delusional. What's wrong with that?
That's very rude.
But that's personal, Robin.
It wasn't to be.
Yeah,
you're right.
Well, let me say this, Diva. Can I say this right quick?
It's not even VIP.
Can I say
okay,
this?
we can't hear. We can't hear.
Hold on, guys.
I just want to put a rest to this.
I'm gonna let you say something to Doc.
I just want to put a rest to this because you know it's people want to say it's delusional, but I'm on many background vocals of gospel artists that you listen to. I don't put my business out there because I'm not on the show to put it out there. So I have the credits from Hampton Institute University with a minor in vocal performance. I can say what I say because I know what I'm talking about.
Okay. Well, good for you.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Paige, thank you. I seen your email pop up. I appreciate it. I'm going to put in there. Thank you, and I just put your name. Thank you. Okay, so hold on, guys. Okay, let me say this. I love when we all come up here, and I love to debate. I do not like when it starts to go towards the individual people on the panel. And I'm not saying you did that, Nick. I'm just saying in general. I
really was doing it tongue in cheek. I wasn't mean.
I know you wasn't. I know you was. So, but I'm just saying that I don't like when it starts to go that way. That's when I abort mission. I abort mission because I don't ever want it to go that way. And right. I know that everybody kind of gets passionate on their side. And I just like to have, it's the show. Let's debate about the show and whatever. Because listen, in true fashion, I'm gonna say this. What the heck was I gonna say? In true fashion, I'm gonna say this. I like both groups, SWV and Escape. I really do. But I like Candy and her business, right? So I just want to say this because I love all you guys up here. And y'all make my show, right? Because if I sat up here and just, recap the show myself and pulled a couple of comments from the chat, then my show will be over in 10 minutes, right? So I love all you guys. And I always like to abort mission when it just starts to spin off left because the train is shaking right now. The train is shaking, it's off the tracks, and I love you guys. And I do, I want to say this, for
Thank you, Diva.
Yeah, I want to say this for Nikki, though. I do think, like she's just saying, just like, if anybody would come to me like, Diva, you delusional, you love Candy, you don't see Candy doing no wrong. I don't think it was meant to say like each and every one of us.
It wasn't a personal
delusion. It wasn't personal.
Right?
Okay.
Can I just say one thing, Diva? Because I'm not a person that's mean or malicious or any of those things.
Right.
I've been in and out, so I've like tuned in and then turned it back off and tuned in and got on my computer, then got on my iPad. So it's not like I've been watching everybody the whole time. Right. I've just seen snippets of people like dragging her, and I'm just kind of like, I mean, can we just give the lady a little bit of grace? That's all I was saying. And I just wanted to make the comparison. I'm not a Beyonce fan either. I like her music, but I just wanted to make a comparison because what I kept hearing is like, well, it's not translated. And I'm like, I understand.
Wait, hold on 1 second. The Don, I'm gonna beat you. Don't do that. Don't do that.
What he do?
That's all your comment in the chat. I'm gonna beat you, the Don. But listen, guys, really, I'm aborting mission. I'm pulling the train.
Wait, can I just answer the question? Because the Beyonce question that you asked Nikki was because people know Beyonce for her music, not for her active wear. So I feel like that's probably why nobody bought it. And her stuff wasn't cute. I'm a huge Beyonce fan, but I was not buying those outfits. But I love her music though. So I feel like it's different. And I'm not saying you were personally calling anybody delusional. It's just it becomes not fun when people think they can't give their opinion. I know you weren't talking to me, but I'm just saying we all have an opinion. And I don't feel offended because it doesn't apply to me. But I just want to speak for the whole thing because on here we have a good time and it's all fun and games. But then you come and you make people feel like they can't say their opinions. And Diva allows us to say our opinions. So that's all.
All right. Thank you guys. Listen, we're aborting mission. The train got shaky. The train got shaky.
It was a great show, Diva.
It was a great show. Listen, everybody come back. We're not doing a Tasha.
The Don, come back.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah.
We're not doing a Tasha and Tamika over here. It's all love. Hugs, virtue hugs and kisses. Love you guys. Listen, tomorrow night I will be doing what am I doing? I'm doing Love and Marriage DC recap tomorrow night. If y'all did not last night see my interview with Winter from Love and Marriage DC, go catch it. I promise you. She is truly, truly a good person.
It was good.
It was good. And then her man came through too. And listen, both of them could do the music thing together. I love the both of them together. I'm liking what I see with this Love and Marriage DC. So listen, guys, thank you so much. Have a good night. See y'all next time because I got to get up early and go to the gym.
All right. Bye, Diva.
Bye. But I'm down 7 pounds. Woo-woo!
That's good. That's good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, you lost weight. Oh, okay. I was confused.
Yeah. I lost weight. I'm down 7 pounds. I still got a whole bunch to go. Because y'all know I was 167 pounds when I started this journey. And my girlfriend told me, I'm going to take pictures tomorrow. So when I'm slim and trim, y'all can believe me for real, that I did the darn thing. Okay.
Right.
But I'm down 7 pounds. Thank you guys. Listen, and y'all see, I'm not saying I don't go to Starbucks. I just don't go to Starbucks. I just don't go to Starbucks 2 or 3 times a day. But I go.
Right.
So if y'all see me out and about in the streets and you see me at Starbucks, don't judge me, okay?
Exactly. Don't judge.
Don't go 2 and 3 times a day.
Nah, Diva, if I go to a Starbucks and I see you in that line, I'll be like, just roll down my windows and just look at you, be like, Diva, that's what we doing?
You gonna be like fraudulent. All fraudulent.
Hey.
You know, and let me tell you, I think about it, I dream about it all day. And I told my son, I said, go give me some. He's like, Mom, no, you said no. The Don, you Team Duncan. We have to debate that another day. It's all right, Nubian. I know what you meant. We have to debate Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks another day. But let me tell y'all going to stop playing all day long. Starbucks is going to win. I promise you.
Hey, Diva, is it 2 more episodes, correct?
It's 2 more episodes. But listen, guys, I love y'all. Good night.
Good night, Diva.
Good night, everybody.
I don't have a P.O. box. We got to talk. We'll talk next time. But email me. I think my email, is it come across that little bottom screen? I don't know. But I love you guys. Good night. Goodbye.
Good night. Bye-bye.
You guys pulled into the last stop. Good night.